Good morning, students. In previous lectures, we have learned how to prepare control charts for mean, range, etc. Today, we try to learn how to calculate control limits for C chart and how to prepare C chart, that is control charts for number of defects per unit, that is C chart. Now here is a problem. See the problem. Problem number 4. The following table gives the number of defects observed in 8 woolen carpets passing as satisfactory. Construct the control chart for number of defects per unit, that is C chart. Serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 carpets were observed and number of defects was given, that is 2, 5, 5, 6, 1, 5, 1, 7. So these 2 defects for carpet number 1. There are 5 defects for carpet number 2. There are also 5 defects for carpet number 3. In this way, there are several defects for each carpet. Now, what is the total defects? Total defects is just add this value 2 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 7, that is 32. And what is the number of carpets? That is 8. So C bar equal to 32 by 8 equal to 4, that is central line. Now upper control limit for C chart, that is C bar plus 3 root over C bar. So C bar here 4 plus 3 into root over 4. So it is 10, and LCL equal to C bar minus 3 root over C bar, 4 minus 3 root 4, that is minus 2. So it should be considered as 0. Now let us construct the C chart. Now according to x-axis, we are measuring or indicating the sample number. So there are 8 samples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have taken 8 points here. And according to y-axis, we are measuring the defects per unit, number of defects. So here for upper control limit equal to 10, we have already calculated upper control limit 10. So here upper control limit 10 and lower control limit is 0, and central line, that is equal to 4. Now for carpet number 1, there are 2 defects. So this point will lie here. And for carpet number 2, there are 5 defects. So this is the second points for carpet number 2. For carpet number 3, the point will be also 5 here. In this way, we have plotted the defined points for defined carpets and draw the points by join the points by straight line. Then we will get the control chart for number of defects per unit, that is C chart. Now see, since all the points are within the control limits, the process is under control. Now note, in the above case, each carpet may have defect at various points. Therefore, it seems natural to count the number of defects per unit rather than to determine all points at which the unit is defective. Clear? So it is important to note that for C chart, when there are several defects for one unit, each unit, then we construct the C chart. Clear? Now we draw U chart. Now U chart, you know that we can prepare two types of U chart. Number one, variable P chart, which is also known as U chart. So at first we construct a variable P chart, and for that the problem is the data is given as follows. The following data show a number of items inspected for 10 months and number of defectives found each month. Construct a variable P chart, U chart, and comment of the result. Month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and number of items inspected. Here number of items is different for each sample. Here 80, here 125, here 110, 130. It is the difference between P chart and variable P chart. Here number of defectives for first sample 18, second sample 38, third sample 17, fourth sample 34, fifth sample 22. In this way we have given the various values for 10 samples. So total number of items inspected equals to 1000, that is here 80 plus 125 plus 110 plus 130 plus 100. Here you see this table, that is 1000, and number of defectives 250. Total number of 250. So P bar equals to 250 by 1000, that is 0.25. This is P bar. Now we have to calculate upper control limit and lower control limit for each month separately by using the following formula. Upper control limit equal to P bar plus 3 into root over P bar into 1 minus P bar by Ni. Here it is Ni, not only N. Ni for number of samples, size of samples for different samples. Here 80, 125, 110, etc. Now P bar equals to, we have calculated P bar equals to 0.25 and 1 minus P bar equals to 1 minus 0.25, that is 0.75, and P bar into 1 minus P bar, to calculate this value, P bar into 1 minus P bar equal to 0.25 into 0.75 equal to 0.1875. So root over P bar into 1 minus P bar will be 0.433. Clear? Now here we have calculated also fraction defectives for each sample for each month, that is 18 by 80 equal to 0.225, 38 by 125 0.304, 17 by 110 equal to 0.155. In this way we have calculated all the fraction defectives for each month. Now see, for month 1 to 10, here 3 into P bar 1 minus P bar by N, that is Ni. At first we have calculated root over N, that is 8.94. 8.94. How it is calculated? N was 80. So root over 80 equals to 8.94. In this way we have calculated root n, and we have put the value here, and we have calculated 3 into root over P bar 1 minus P bar by N for each month. This is the value. Now upper control limit. Upper control limit will be 0.25 plus this value. 0.25 plus 0.145, that is 0.395. 0.395 is the upper control limit. Here upper control limit will be different for different samples. So here upper control limit 0.395, and for second sample upper control limit will be 0.25 plus 0.116, that is 0.116 equal to 0.366, that is the upper control limit, and lower control limit will be 0.25 minus 0.145 equal to 0.105, and 0.25 minus 0.116 equal to 0.134. In this way we have calculated upper control limit and lower control limits for each sample. Now we have drawn the control chart for variable P chart. This is. Now here we have taken the help of Excel, because this is very difficult to plot this value on graph paper by hand. So we have taken the taken the help of Excel, and you find that this is the lower control limit. So it is not a straight line, and upper control limit, it is not a straight line also, and the fraction defectives are shown by this orange color line. Here are the defined points for 10 samples. So now these 2 points are beyond the control limits, so this process is not in control. So we comment that this process is not in control and there is a danger. Now control chart, now U chart for average number of non-conformities. Now we discuss the U chart for average number of non-conformities. We have already discussed it. Now recapitulate it. Here is the U chart, that is average number of non-conformities. In case of C chart, you have just learned C chart. In case of C chart, we assume only 1 unit of sample size. However, we can increase the sample size, in which case when we create the chart we have to consider average number of non-conformities. If we find X total non-conformities in a sample of n inspection units, then the average number of non-conformities per inspection unit is U equal to X by N. So control limits for U chart, for this U chart, equals to upper control limit will be U bar plus 3 into root over U bar by N, central line will be U bar, and lower control limit will be U bar minus 3 into root over U bar by N. U represents the observed average number of non-conformities per unit. Let us see the problem. Now here is the problem. Now see, a supply chain engineering group monitors shipment of materials to the company distribution network. Errors on either the delivered material or the accompanying documentation are tracked on a weekly basis. 50 randomly selected shipments are examined and the errors recorded. Data for 20 weeks are shown in table 7.10. Set up a U control chart to monitor this process. Now here see, the sample size is 50. It is not 1. In case of C chart, we have considered it is 1, but here sample size is 50. And there are sample numbers. The total number of errors or non-conformities, that defectives, are given 2, 3, 8, etc. So total non-conformities is 74, and average number of errors, that is non-conformities per unit, equals to 2 by 50, that is 2 by 50, 0.04, 3 by 50, 0.06, 0.04, 0.06. In this way, we have calculated all these values, and the total of these values will be 1.48. Now see, calculation of control limits. U bar equals to 1.48 divided by 20. We have already calculated 1.48 by 20. There are 20 samples. So this is 0.0740. Therefore, the parameters of the control chart are upper control limit equal to u bar plus 3 into root over u bar by n equals to 0.0740 plus 3 into root over 0.0740 by 50. That is number of samples. That is 0.1894. And center line equal to u bar, that is 1.93. Sorry, this it is wrong. Center line will be 0.0740. It should not be 1.93. It should be 0.0740 center line u bar, and lower control limit will be u bar minus 3 root over u bar by n, that is 0.0740 minus 3 into 0.0740 by 50, that is minus 0.0414. Clear? As this is negative, this is a negative figure, so we should consider LCL equal to 0. Now we have to draw the chart. Now see, control chart. Now see, upper control limit equal to 0.1894, center line 0.074, lower control limit 0, and we have plotted all the points of average number of non-conformities. That is, for first sample it was 0.04, 0.04, here 0.04, then 0.06, 0.16, 0.02. In this way we have plotted all the points here and join the points by straight line. It will represent the U chart. Clear? So for this chart also we have taken the help of Excel. Otherwise it is very difficult to prepare the chart. Clear? So this is our U chart or U chart or the control charts or the control chart for average number of non-conformities. Clear? So we have completed our discussions on control charts here. I hope you have learned all types of control charts and you can prepare these control charts. So watch this video and try to learn, and if you face any problem, please ask me. Thank you.